somebody from your past really recognizes what they had now that it is gone. It feels like this is somebody with this I never stopped loving you energy that you have been in no contact separation with for a while. You might have cut cords with this person. It may have, again, been like a substantial amount of time since you were last having interactions with them. You've tried to heal, you've tried to move on, you've tried to call in new love, and perhaps you have called in an experience of new love. You are on the brink of a breakthrough with a new partner, somebody who aligns with the version of yourself that you needed to become in the aftermath of whatever you went through with this past person, whatever it is that they put you through, that has catalyzed some kind of like healing journey, an ascension journey, a spiritual journey. And now that you are in the place in your life of materially aligning with someone who can see that beautiful vibration inside of you, see that angelic energy you hold inside of you, can see the gift that you are as a person to anyone who would be lucky enough to experience romance with you. And rather than run from that, rather than toy with that, rather than take that for granted or use that or attempt to manipulate that, this is somebody new that has come into your life or is coming into your life who will treat you right, who will cherish you, who will celebrate you, who will walk with you through fear, who will hold you close, who will evolve and grow alongside you through the course and duration of your connection with one another, and likely through many lifetimes to come. And because you have reached this place in your own journey of successfully kind of aligning with a certain level of healing within yourself, and a willingness and interest as well in opening up to new possibilities, no longer clinging on to the past, no longer clinging on to the idea of this past person's return, they're feeling that. They are feeling that space of detachment very obviously. It's almost like a sinking feeling. It's like this person is finally awakened to the reality of like, what have I done? Like, I made the biggest mistake of my life when I let you go or when I pushed you away. This is somebody, it feels like, that is lurking around in your energy, or somebody that is watching your social media, watching you from afar. Something that is almost kind of like, it feels like the essence of somebody that wants to come in and try again, wants to come in and like say and do all the right things, but very likely the time is up for that. That door of opportunity has closed. That ship has sailed. This is something that it feels like you held space for this person for a very long time. You might have given them the benefit of the doubt for a very long time. This is somebody that put you through things that you needed to heal from. So you've become someone entirely different than who you were when you connected with them in the past. And by putting you through things, it feels like for a lot of you, this is something where there was like an obvious soul connection between the two of you. There was the makings of a very high vibrational love story, and this person chose to deny that, chose to push you away, chose to throw you to the wolves and kind of just move on with their life, or to continue to choose to run and empower the energy and storyline of denial and leave you in this space of questioning your own intuition, questioning the nature of the reality that you thought that you were living in, maybe where things were going really well with this person, everything seemed on track, there were a lot of signs and synchronicities pointing to them, and then they ghosted. Then they left you very abruptly. They discarded. They turned away. They denied you. And so this is something that it feels like has required like a reshaping of your boundaries, a lot of forgiveness work for yourself. It is something that might have even shifted the course of your life in very permanent ways. You have likely cultivated a very rich spiritual life for yourself. Maybe you've made a lot of material changes for yourself emotional changes. You've done a lot of healing. You've done a lot of personal growth and elevation. You made the most out of a very unfortunate series of circumstances. And now that you are occupying the space of you're on your abundance timeline, you're living your best life in the here and now because you've created that for yourself out of the wreckage that this person caused or that they left you in the past when they withdrew their love, when they abandoned you, when they denied this connection and left you in an energy or an experience of struggle. Now this is somebody that is like, I see the light. I want to come back around. This is somebody, it feels like, that knows that it wouldn't be easy to access you. They're well aware of what they put you through, or that it has been a very long time since you were in communication with one another. They see and recognize that you are very different than who you were before, that you have leveled up. You are unrecognizable. The transformation you've gone through has made you unrecognizable in the best possible way. And so this is somebody that is very intimidated, very scared at this point. Like, am I just going to have to keep the reality of this love inside of me? Is my karma in this situation just going to have to love you from afar? Because I had that opportunity with you once and I fumbled things miserably. Yeah, and we also have, I wanted to reach out and speak to you, but I always hold back. So it feels like you may have felt that this person was on the brink of returning many times. There may have been a lot of indicators, that they were coming back around. They were going to make things right. They might have even kind of reached out to you, done a little bit of that hot and cold. Things were back on, and then they ghosted again. Then they ran off again. You went through some sort of karmic cycle with them on repeat over a period of time, energetically, materially, or some combination of the two. And you finally took matters into your own hands and you said enough is enough. And you took your power back and you started focusing on chasing things that were reciprocating to you, or things in your life that were actually evolving as a result of you pouring all of your beautiful energy, your beautiful attention, that beautiful love you hold inside into these things. And so you've created a garden of abundance for yourself. Whereas the situation with this person might have made you feel very impoverished. It was like a fallow field and you were the only one planting seeds, the only one tending things. They were coming in when it was convenient or not coming in at all. After there was so much promise, there was so much hope, there was so much potential, there was so much to work with. And so this is somebody that sees and recognizes what you have become, what you have accomplished. They're very intimidated at this point. If they were intimidated before by the nature of the connection between the two of you, or something they saw inside of you, maybe that you couldn't see inside yourself, they are like 10 times more intimidated at this point. But they can't look away. This is almost something where it feels like the divine wants this person to see what they missed out on. They want this person to even just energetically kind of witness the process of you coming into alignment with someone who is going to see you and celebrate you as the gift that you are, romantically and actually. Somebody who is not going to leave you in tatters, leave you in pieces, create such wounding inside that it necessitates a whole healing journey in order to stitch yourself back together. Yes, you may have ups and downs with this new person that is coming into your life, or someone who has recently come into your life, because it's human connections. Not everything is always positive. We have our ups and downs. It's just the nature of human experience. But the difference is, this is somebody that won't quit on you. This is somebody that isn't going to create wreckage that you then need to go and heal from. This is not going to be somebody that is going to see and sense and experience a deep and profound connection and bond between the two of you on all levels, and leave that for later. Put it on the back burner. Toss it aside like it's trash. This is somebody who is going to cherish that, is going to nurture that, is going to celebrate that, is going to respect that. And on some level, this past person perceives that. They've picked up on that. They're aware of that. Right at this moment when they have felt like, okay, I'm ready, only they're not just coming into what might have been like an empty space in your life where you had been waiting for them for quite some time, or there'd been these in and out privileges that they'd enjoyed before, actually or energetically. It's like the locks were changed. The house is different. The usual codes that were utilized to kind of soften you up, push the right buttons, or tie into that energy of like nostalgia, like remember the good times we had, that would have in the past allowed this person to just sort of ease their way in. All of that is different now. And for more than just you took your power back, but it's like you have aligned with, or like right on the precipice of aligning, actually materially, not just energetically in the higher realms, but like in the 3D world, with the person that is going to treat you right the first time around. And this individual from the past, they sense that, they recognize that time is up. And so part of almost, it feels like the final phase of detachment, because it feels like you've done an excellent job with doing your work to detach, to move forward, to ground yourself in things that are more realistic, to heal, to evolve, to try and find the lesson out of this painful or confusing experience. You've done your hard work. You've done that heavy lifting. And this person from the past, they cut corners. They didn't do anything at all. Or maybe they've just recently started doing things. But what could have been a blessing has now turned into a lesson. Like you were supposed to be that a blessing for this person. So not to say they won't ever have blessings in love again, but you were like the big blessing for this lifetime. And because of free will and that sense of like they could choose to participate or not, they had a choice how they treated you, how they handled that period of separation, what they did with the very obvious, and it feels like within themselves, and for some even like they spoke of this outwardly, that unique connection between the two of you, what they chose to do with that. It wasn't of integrity. It wasn't of the light. It wasn't fitting of someone who is worthy or deserving of a seat at your table in this season of your life and moving forward. So this is something where kind of that message is going to hit home for this person, that they may try to come back in and you're in a relationship with someone else. It's too little too late. Or this may be something where they can't access you energetically. All they can, or actually all they can do is just sit and watch you continue to move forward into the experience of your happily ever after in the here and now in a way that can't be touched by them. It can't be touched by their negativity. It can't be derailed. That in some sort of way your story already needed to be revised or edited, parts of it rewritten, which has revealed your character, your strength, your bravery as a person. But now at this point, if the divine was protective over like the nature of your love life in this lifetime, there's heightened security around it at this point. This is something where you have gone through things spiritually and emotionally that were not necessary, that were not necessary experiences for this lifetime, that this past person chose to sort of put you through when they denied this, when they turned away, when they come in hot and cold, when they played with your heart, when they played with your energy, when they played with your mind over a period of time. And so now they have lost access. All they can do is watch. And it feels like they sense this now. Like if there was even like a glimmer of doubt within them, maybe this isn't really a soul connection. Maybe this is just something, that is eventually like out of sight, out of mind. Maybe this was just something to feed the ego. Now they understand, or they will very soon understand, because there's a sense of like they can feel that beautiful love story is unfolding for you, only they are not a part of it. They're not a side character. They're not a third wheel. They are not an interference. They are absolutely nothing in this beautiful love story, which is now yours, that you have called into your reality and have bravely stepped towards by your willingness to show up for yourself when it was difficult, when it was painful, when it was lonely, when it was necessary. And so this is the sense of somebody that, is feeling that call, almost a call to action. It has put them on notice that the blessing in the form of what could have been between the two of you, that is no more. That is a dissolved blessing. That is something that now only exists in the realm of would've, could've, shoulda. It's inaccessible in this lifetime. And they've done that to themselves by how they treated this situation, how they treated this dynamic, and how they treated you for so long. This is almost somebody that it's like it's a too little too late energy. They've come to that harsh realization, only it's too late, it feels like, to turn things around. Because what you might have been willing to accept in the past is no longer what you are willing to accept. And what they have to offer and give, it doesn't quite fit into the life you've created for yourself, or what you now know that you are looking for, that really resonates not with an exacerbation of existing wounds within, but a love story that aligns with all of your healing, all of that beautiful ascension and personal growth and evolution that you have created for yourself in the aftermath of what this past person put you through. We also have, I think of you every day. That is how much I love you. Yeah, so this person, again, is like they are feeling that. They are feeling very panicked because there's almost the sense of kind of like, I've missed out. Time is of the essence. I'm running towards this door that is closing, and then I get there and it's shut and I can't get in. Nobody's listening to me knocking on the other side of it anymore. The secret password that I gave that granted me access before, it's changed. It's no good. And so they must just continue to live their life in other ways, in other directions, with that knowing that they missed out on something really special, really unique. And if they find love again, this is a sense of somebody that will always be comparing other people to you. They will always be comparing happiness to even just the glimmer of that they had before they pushed this away in the past, before they discarded you, before they broke your heart, before they made you question yourself and your perceptions, and set you on this very beautiful healing and ascension journey that you've been on, that has generated this wonderful version of yourself that this person from the past doesn't get to meet. They don't get to know this version of you. They don't get to savor the way in which pain has softened you and has also refined you. They don't get that up close and personal access to the life that you are living. At most, it's just a spectator from afar. Whatever you choose to put out there on social media, that's all they get to see. That's as close as they get to get. And so this is now somebody that it feels like their eyes are wide open with a sense of dread at what they have missed out on. And there's no one left around to point fingers of blame at. And you've taken your power back, so you're no longer chasing or standing there waiting with arms wide open for this person to project their own woundedness onto. They have no choice but to look in the mirror and understand that they've done this to themselves. They put themselves in this position. That it didn't have to be this way, but now it is. So, those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. Like or comment to claim these energies. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more content that I put out here. Don't forget to hit the bell button to get notifications every time I post a new video. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link for that below. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.